All right. Just trying to see if this is actually working because I seem to be, as always, having some technical difficulties. Hey, what's up, KP Heathen and Devil Dog Prepper? How's it going? Good evening from Northwest Ohio and Louisiana. All right, so we got a few people from around this great country so far. How's it going, everybody? Just as people roll in, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know that you're here. I'm using StreamYard this time, so if it starts to buffer or anything like that, please let me know so I can try to figure it out. Um, Let me see so far. So far, it looks like I'm live. Don't have any issues yet. Knock on wood. But I should be having a ticker on the bottom. Now, I don't know why it's not doing that. Let's see. Ah, there we go. I just had to press the button. That makes sense. All right. Hey, what's up, FPR? How's it going? Thanks for joining me, everybody. So today, as people roll in, I'm just going to talk a little bit here. First things first, anybody here from Pennsylvania knows or should know that the Great American Outdoor Show, yes, the Great American Outdoor Show is going on in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is right in my backyard here. Um, so, coming up on Saturday, I'm going to be going there. I'm going to be doing some, I'm going to be trying to take some video. Um, I'm not going to have a press pass or anything like that. I know one of the other channels I actually shared today, they actually preemptively had a press pass and stuff like that. So, depending on what happens with my channel, that might be something I might try to do. Hey, what's up, Teresa? How's it going? Thanks for joining us today. Let's see. We had an active shooter here in Edders today. Oh, really? Oh, is that the one? I think I actually saw that. I was on the exercise bike at the gym and I saw that two officers had been shot, I believe, and there was a hostage situation as well, possibly, and something even with like the house blowing up, or there's something with that. I believe if that's what I'm thinking of. I mean, who knows nowadays? There's so many things going on. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think I saw that today. I'm noticing so far. I feel like the Streamyard is really doing a good job as far as not buffering. So if that's the case, and you guys are noticing the same thing, I think I'm gonna have to go with that from now on because every time that it buffers and people start saying it's buffering, it takes me off my train of thought, and I seem to buffer a little bit myself. Just getting details now. I was working like always. Yeah, I get that. I do. Typically, when I'm working, I know a little bit of what's going on almost everywhere, but that's because my job is connected with everything. So, but yeah, okay. Yeah, if you find out anything tonight here before we leave, let us know. I know not everybody here is from Pennsylvania, but that might be it's good information to know all around. People can check it out. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of the other channels talking about the sheriff's meeting that they just had and how Joe Biden, I guess, didn't want to meet with the sheriffs. And then they went into detail and ended up having howdy y'all. I'm glad I caught you live. Thank you, Bug Out Adventures. I was actually going to email you. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, JS Badger. Hey, and I got a whole bunch of people coming in today. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. We're just getting started. I'm just going off on some stuff that we're going to be talking about for today's live. I'm not going to beat a dead horse as far as the whole sheriff's meeting thing. I'm sure most of you, I think I saw most of your names pop up in a lot of them. But basically, the biggest thing to take away from the sheriff's meeting and what that sheriff was saying about the FBI and stuff is it's just you should just take it and as always, you know, don't dwell on it, but just take the information for what it is, and you should always be suspect of things first of all, but just take the additional information that he gave, and like for me, normally I carry a compact Smith and Wesson Shield. pretty much like whenever I go exercise, but lately I've been carrying my full size just because you never know. And whenever I go to public places, stuff like that, where there's going to be a lot of people, I'm going to be carrying my full size, and I might have an extra magazine depending. Um, just things to be aware of, and just make sure that you're, as always, prepared, but just keep your, hey, what's up, XNYC Prepper? What's up? Let's see. I gotta actually look at this. I don't think I've had this many people in one of my lives this soon and commenting this much. All right, let's see who I missed so far. All right, so I got JS Badger, I got KP, Bug Out, XNYC Prepper. Batteries at 1%. All right, I get that, XNYC. XNYC, before you go, shoot me an email or something. I know I want to get with you about trying to go to that to the Great Outdoor Show coming up here if you're able to make it. I think that they're saying it's the biggest outdoor show in the United States now. It used to be the biggest outdoor show east of the Mississippi. Now I believe that they're saying it is the biggest outdoor show in the United States. I don't know if anybody else here has one in their home state that is pretty big, but they're saying this is one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest. Newberry Township Police Department made a Facebook post around 7 p.m. asking people to stay away from the area active shooter. Okay, 7 p.m. Oh, maybe it wasn't the same thing, because the thing I saw today was earlier. But then again, you know what? Honestly, these things sort of come in waves. I'm under the thought process that a lot of times what will happen is these people will see this on the news, and it will trigger something in them to either fulfill a prophecy that they've had of themselves, or it just puts the idea in their head, or triggers something in them to do something. I know when it was big in the news about Kim Jong-il or Un, I forget which one, talking about launching rockets, and they were calling him the Rocket Man. When I was working at a casino, we had the only thing I can say is a crazy person call in and start talking nonsense about bombs and the Rocket Man, stuff like that. And we actually ended up having to put the casino on lockdown because it was sort of a bomb threat. But yeah, I know. I don't know. It's weird. Some of this stuff nowadays. But yeah, like I keep saying, I'm not going to press on this. We're about 8 minutes in. But one of the things a lot of people are talking about is the sheriff's meeting and the press conference that the Ohio sheriff was talking about. If anybody hasn't caught that, it's on a lot of the channels. I know Pinball talked about it. I know Vision talked about it. Almost all the major channels are talking about it. And it's basically a decently long clip. You can watch it yourself if you want. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was that, let me see. It was in reference to something like that. Basically, oh, hold on. I got to make sure I'm actually paying attention to the chat tonight, because there's actually a lot of chatter in here. I'm surprised. Officers responded to the Walmart at 50 Newberry Parkway in Newberry Township around 6:04 p.m. Thursday for reports of shots fired, but said no injuries or confirmation of shots fired. Huh, okay. Maybe you could call me when you have a chance. I believe you have my number. Yeah, XNYC, I did try calling you a couple times before, and every time, for some reason, it just doesn't connect or anything. Maybe what I'll do is, if you email me, I can send you my number, and you can try to give me a call. I don't know if it was just something with, maybe you were in bad service or something when I tried to call you, and it just didn't go or something. That was it. Thank you, FPR. That's exactly what I was trying to talk about, was Tucker's interview with Putin. My plan was to watch it after Vision, but then I got carried away with something else. I was researching something, And by the time I realized it, it was almost 10 o'clock, and I didn't want to miss all you fine folks come in. So if anybody watched it, please don't spoil it for me. I'm excited to watch it. I can't really say excited because from what I hear, it's kind of dry the first 30 minutes of Putin talking about the history. But, and again, this is sort of a spoiler if you haven't watched it yet for anybody out there. I know I watched the very beginning, and it was Tucker Carlson basically giving a overview of the first 30 minutes and basically saying that it was Putin giving a history lesson. But that's also important because what Putin's basically saying, I guess, throughout the interview is the fact that Western Ukraine, which is where they started invading and a majority of where they're still at, used to belong to Russia. So they're basically saying something about they have a territorial dispute over that. So I think that's what they're trying. So dry but informative. Yeah, and you know what? I could see that, especially with the fact that he's probably got a translator translating for him that's probably vetted and probably very boring. But um, it's really cool to watch that stuff just for the fact that you're getting in the person's mind a little bit. And with everything going on with um, the strikes on the United States military bases in the Middle East, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we started something over there in the Middle East and got wrapped up in that all over again. Again, don't hold me to that, but kids aren't taught this history any longer, so I respect the history lesson. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, that's a big part of it. Is a lot of people they just see what's going on, and their first reaction is, "Oh, that's not right." But at the same time, it's like, if you don't know their reasoning for it, then you can't really pass judgment. Um, Granted, it's awful to start a war, but a lot of our Western media isn't really telling people the full story. So, you know, the fact that this interview even happened is pretty amazing. Um, but yeah, standardized test has killed our children's education. Yeah, that, and you're not really taught to be creative anymore. You're taught to think a certain way, and that it's just zapped their creativity out of people. People can't think for themselves. They can't think outside the box. Kids nowadays, you try to tell them to think through a problem, and their first thought is to go on Google and look up the answer, or go to YouTube and look up the answer. Which, granted, those are great tools, but you need to be able to think for yourself as well. Uh, People are so used to being told what to think and how to think from their teachers and the media that they can't think for themselves and come to a rational conclusion. Um, yeah. So yeah, if anybody has watched that, I think that's pretty neat. I'm gonna be watching that hopefully right after this. I'm gonna go upstairs. I already have a nice adult beverage here with me, but let's see if I can stay awake that late. I did a lot of. I was on the elliptical machine for a while today. Then I did the stair stepper. Hate stair steppers. And then on top of that, I took the dogs for a WALK. Luckily, they don't know how to spell. I can just spell enough. No Child Left Behind turned into a nation left behind. Yeah, that's very fair, F. Peer. I wonder if I can pin this in here. I forget how to do that. Let's see. Pin message? Or do I have to do that on here? Comments. Aha. Yeah, I can do it. Perfect. Got it now. Figuring it out all over again. I haven't used StreamYard in a hot minute. So, yeah, if you guys have anything to say while we're getting things started, go ahead, throw them out there. FPR, I don't know if you plan on coming to the If you plan on coming to the meeting I have scheduled, and or if you plan on coming to the outdoor show, if you do, great. I'm gonna have stickers. Anybody that shows me that you follow me, or anybody that I know, I'm gonna bring my stack of stickers. Maybe giving stickers out to any of the people that I know, or that follow me, or if somebody recognizes me, which I very highly doubt with 250 some followers. But if somebody's like, "Oh my gosh, I've seen your face," I'm gonna give them a. I'll probably give them two if they just randomly spot me or something. But I don't really have the most recognizable face, even though it is goofy. But yeah, so the Great American Outdoor Show, biggest in the nation, as I'm being made aware. One of the things that um, I actually already shared it today. There's another channel that I used to work with, the one of the guys that's on it. He posted a video of him interviewing about 4 people or 4 booths at the outdoor show, and it was pretty neat. If you guys get a chance to, once I'm done here, go ahead and look at the what is it, community tab on my channel. I think it's PA Backcountry Podcast. They're on like Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcast, whatever. We had our first community garden meeting tomorrow. Sorry, it's really important to go to the first meeting. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I mean, honestly, anybody that follows me here, I'm going to be hopefully setting up some sort of a Zoom or Facebook group that anybody really from all over the country could join in and watch. But Kyle, I liked it when you were the beard. It looked cool. Yeah, I missed my beard too, but the reason I shaved is I was running so much that I was wearing face masks, face coverings, because it's been so cold. So while I run, it's been plucking out the beard hair and it hurts. And like the pressure from the mask pushing down on the beard hair is like causing zits and stuff. And it's just a mess. Basically, soaking my face in sweat. It's nasty. So I decided to shave. Plus, for the one thing that I really want to do coming up, I'm going to have to get used to this. Saturday, sorry, I've had a horrible long day at work. My days are all discombobulated. Hey, no worries. Um, yeah, I get it. But yeah, anybody that is interested or is part of a group from another state. So my plan tomorrow, or not tomorrow, now I'm doing it. My plan on Saturday for this meeting is I'm going to be meeting people, getting information as far as like what they want to give. Obviously, I'm not going to force anybody to give any information they don't want. I meant the fake beard that you wore one time in your video. Yeah, that was actually a Snapchat, or I think it was a Snapchat filter. I think I did that for the beginning of a video because I just shaved off my beard for the first time and I really missed it. And yeah, I'm clean shaven. I'm gonna be clean shaven for a while, and that's, I guess I might as well talk about that a little bit now because it's a big goal of mine. The reason I've been trying to get so in shape lately has been for a upcoming job um, that requires me to be in peak physical shape. Um, so, I mean, we'll see how that goes. You'll know when I know. I'm gonna let the channel know, but if and when that happens, I won't be around for a little while. Um, but I'll still be trying to. Maybe what I'll do is what I did when I first started the channel. I'll record a bunch of stuff and have it come out as I'm away. But that's another thing. I wanted to come down tonight and shoot some videos. Uh, there's been so many people going live today and so many videos to watch that I didn't get a chance. Plus, working out today, I didn't get a chance to do that either. I had to do some recovery. I had to do some stretches. So, um, can you live from the show? That might be cool. I don't know. I know from like the gun shows there, you're not allowed to. They actually have signage everywhere and they do have security. at the gun shows. That might be something that when I get there, I'll have to check on, but also I don't have any data left. Like right now, I have to use my Wi-Fi. I used it all because doing runs and stuff, it connects with my app and stuff like that, so I can measure the distance. But I mean, if I can, yeah, I'm gonna do it live. But if I can't, what I'll do is I'll record a lot of footage, and then I'll come back, edit it, and I'll put out a video. Maybe I'll do a voiceover, or I'll do a live, and I'll talk about the things that I saw, stuff like that. Hey, Southern Tier Prepper, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Let me see. I'm going to pin this comment because that was a good idea. Like I said, I'm going to try to do that if I can. Awesome. I'm going to definitely try to. I'm going to try to do something with the show. If I buy any products, I'm going to put that out there as well. Honestly, last time I was there last year, and there's so many people, especially on the weekends. It's honestly hard to move around. I took a backpack, and that was a mistake. Nice thing is you can sort of I miss gun shows. Very few here in New York. Lived in PA for many years. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That is one thing I never really knew how prevalent they were around here. There's a gun show here, and it's right at the farm show complex. Again, right down the road from me. Probably it's going to be one. There was one in January, going to be one in March, and then there's one more, and then they don't start again until October. Pretty much the colder months, which is perfect because you can conceal carry and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of weird. They actually make you check your firearm at the door because a couple years back, somebody, actually, I think it was 2 years in a row, they had a negligent discharge 2 years in a row. So they don't let you have your firearm in there anymore. I mean, could you just walk in and say you don't have it? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if you get found with it, you might get in some trouble because they actually have police there. Oh, thank you, FPR, for sharing out Southern Tier Preppers channel. Awesome. We have a gun show in Middletown coming up, I believe, the 17th and 18th of this month. Middletown. Is that in, I'm guessing you mean Middletown, New York, because we actually have a Middletown here in Pennsylvania. So I just want to make sure, because I didn't know that they have one in Middletown, PA, but they have one in Middletown, New York. Awesome. Oh, you got the bronchitis. Oh, man, I'll tell you. I feel like a lot of people have had that. I know I was doing a few videos where I had a lower respiratory infection. And I think it was around the time I was on Vision's channel, I believe. And I actually said about how I had some old antibiotics, not old like expired, but I had some that nobody was using, and I used those, and it helped me kick it. Oh wow, chat's going pretty good here. Most of the gun shows here in Ohio make you put a barrel lock on your firearm before you come in. Half hour from where I live. What was XNYC Prepper? Okay, now let me see. Frank Meadows, do you mean like, do they let you have the firearm with you said a barrel lock? They let you have your firearm on you with the barrel lock on? Like the gun lock, or how do they do that? Because I know with the one I was at, they take it, they give you a chip, and you leave it with them at the front. So like the next time I went, I was in my car, I took out the magazine, took the one out of the chamber, and I put it in a safe in my vehicle before I came in. Devil Dog Prepper, I've been down for 2 weeks with something in your lungs. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. It's probably like either RSV or whatever lower respiratory infection everybody else has had. We have a doctor in our mag. She keeps us hooked up. Nice. Well, I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people talking about getting meds from There's a Mexican website that you can get on, that you can get some stuff if you know what you need. But yeah, I mean, if you have a doctor in your mag, that's perfect. Um, and that's another thing. Anybody that does have a mag, since I have a decent amount of people in here, first things first, make sure that you hit the like button before you leave, but also subscribe if you want to see more content. I do plan on making more videos. I know I say that every week, but it's something that I have in the works. I have some days off, and I definitely plan on doing so. If you guys have a mutual assistance group and you would like to either expand it or get in contact with other mags, let me know. Shoot me an email. My email address is in my profile, and I will try to get you guys hooked up with my group. And I'd really like to get mags communicating up and down the East Coast and or the northeastern area of the United States. Let's see. Well, you know, I've seen other people talking about that. Smoke it? I didn't know you could smoke it. Mullen? Mullen? Yeah, I think Mullen sounds like right. Hmm. Edith Wallace, New Eagle, PA, checking in. Hey, what's up, Edith? I'm here in beautiful Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I mean, beautiful depending on what you know about it. The capital's pretty, but the rest of it, eh. Cable goes through the barrel and out the side. Maybe calling it the wrong thing. No, yeah, I mean, I call it either a cable lock or, um, yeah, I just call it a gun lock. But I'm drinking teas with mullein, tulsi, sage, thyme, and rosemary. Colloidal silver is in the nebulizer. Okay, I've seen a lot of people talking about colloidal. There's just some words that I struggle with. Nasal, pharyngeal, airways, which is crazy because I was an EMT. And I guess colloidal silver is another one that trips me up. We now know that. Um, so yeah, Edith. I don't know how far away New Eagle, PA is from Harrisburg, but if you're interested in and or you already are coming to the Great American Outdoor Show, I know that we have a meeting coming up for my group. Um, so go ahead, shoot me an email in my from my profile here, and I can try to hook you up with my group maybe and see about meeting you possibly if you're interested. Obviously, I don't force anybody to meet me, um, but if you're coming to the Great American Outdoor Show, I'm going to be there. Outside of Pittsburgh, okay. I mean, I took a little 4-hour trip to Pittsburgh one night to get some Permane brothers, like the real Permane brothers, not these little places that pop up. We went to PSU Altoona. Okay. That's actually funny. That's where a lot of my family is from, is Altoona. Double Dog Prep Room. Yeah, so, yeah, if anybody's coming down here to Great American Outdoor Show, I'm going to be there on Saturday. I have a meeting planned. I do have plans on making some content this, I'd say around March. I'm going to start trying to go up on the Appalachian Trail now that the snow is melted. I couldn't really go up there for a while because, honestly, they don't really manage that section of the trail this time of the year because there's no reason to. It's just going to get messed up anyways with all the storms we get and the ice. I don't know if anybody here has watched my videos of during the summertime. I actually went up there maybe 2 weeks after a um, big storm, and there was trees all over the trail. I couldn't even get up the mountain. Thank you very much, Vision. What's up? How's it going, bud? Man, got a lot of people in here. Edith, outside of Chambersburg. Okay, Chambersburg. That's not terribly far from Harrisburg. So I mean, hey, if you're down this way, let me know. There's a sticker in it for you. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we got? I'm not the best at keeping up with the chat because honestly, I'm not used to this many people being in here. I appreciate all of you for coming. Um, yeah, thank you very much, F. Peer, for dropping people's links. Vision, thank you for telling everybody to smash the like button. That's something I often forget to tell people. Um, let's see what else we got. Thank you, Vision. It's good to see you. Well, it's good to have you in here. Good to. I was watching you live earlier. Um, I expect next time that we watch you, Vision, that you have a cowboy hat on. So let's see. Um, yeah, I know that that's been something that's been going on a lot with people lately. The lower respiratory infection. Um, I know there's a few people I work with that had it, and it's sort of it's a pain to get rid of. It seems like it's sticking around with people for 2 weeks plus. I know when I had it, I was hoping I could kick it in a week or two, and it stuck with me for an entire work cycle, which for me is 3 weeks. And I took some antibiotics that I had, and I finally kicked it. But I think with me having COVID so many times before, my lungs are not in the best shape anymore. So I don't know. I think it took me a little longer to kick it because of that. Yeah, Devil Dog. Hopefully you kick it soon and you get better. Oh, XMYC Prepper. That reminds me. Also, I saw your video the other day where you said about the fitness challenge thing. I I was on my WALK today with the dogs, and I meant to get a video of it. And what happened? I was walking by a school, and I saw these kids, and they all saw me with my phone up, and I was like, this is sort of weird, somebody that looks like me, big, tall, and goofy, walking this cute little dog and holding up a cell phone. I was like, I better not be recording around kids and stuff. Um, I always joke around about that. I'm like, I definitely don't look like the kind and cuddly type. So, oh yeah, because they're right upstairs. If they hear me say it, they're going to start whining, and you guys are going to hear them. Luckily, they can't smell too good. So, yeah. Yeah, as far as the fitness challenge, I don't know if anybody else has taken you up on it just yet. But yeah, I'm definitely hitting it every day. I don't really have much of a choice. Anybody else that wants to join in, let me know. I'll let you guys hook up with XNYC there and get in on the fitness challenge. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I was typing in my weight today, and so I started out at 330 pounds. I didn't look it, I'm sure, in the videos, but after seeing me lose the weight, I'm under 280 now, so I lost 50 pounds. And, you know, the one person that really got me into it, they were like, hey, you should try another 50. Which, being 6'3", it sort of looks a little goofy. But yeah, if anybody's interested, go ahead. Either hit me up or XNYC Prepper. I know I saw you doing the flexing, you know, showing off the guns. So yeah. Most importantly, one thing that it actually took me a while to learn with the physical fitness thing is making sure that you take a rest day or that you rest properly and recover. Uh, I was wondering why I wasn't making any improvements, and it took me so long until after I was actually taking rest days. It took I finally realized that's important. You need to do that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know XNYC if you saw the one video I did a little bit ago about. I think I did it in January about my transition, my not transition, but the progress, and I had a huge gut, and now like I wake up, I scratch my chest and my stomach, and I'm like, oh, that's different. But yeah, enough about that. 6'3", 210. Yeah, yeah. I'm finally down to 280. I mean, I haven't seen 280 since before COVID. I think I think all the prison food honestly messed me up. That and the COVID. Those were two really terrible things. um, yeah, I think all the soy and all the just junk in the prison food really took a toll on me. That and the stress working 16-hour shifts every day. You couldn't even drink the water in there because, again, I worked in a prison. I wasn't an inmate, but yeah, it was awful. Yeah, man, if I could get down to 210, I would be looking kind of goofy myself because my ears stick out so far. But yeah, um, so far I know XNYC said about possibly meeting at the outdoor show. If anybody's interested, you can actually go online, check it out. It's going to be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's going to be all the way through Sunday. So if you do come to Pennsylvania, you want to check it out. Saturday, I think, would probably be the best date. Friday, tomorrow, I know that Donald Trump is actually going to be there. He's going to be doing some sort of event tomorrow, like a rally. I'm not sure. I only heard about it like last week, so I don't know if it was impromptu or how they decided to set that up. But apparently, he's going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to try to go tomorrow with that little factoid, just because I want to see what the rallies are like. I've never been to one. Um, so I think that'd be interesting. Before we know, plotting season will be here. Is everyone planning? Planning. Okay, planning season. Sorry. I'm looking at that because this, every time I look down here, I sort of block out my face, and you guys don't want to see my hat. Even though it's a nice hat, Black Rifle Coffee Company. Oh, nice. Southern Tier said that, well, I mean, not nice that you being sick and the hubby being sick, or the hubby's buying a old Suburban this weekend. That's pretty cool. Um, I have a little crappy 4-cylinder Jeep, so if I could trade up, I definitely would. XNYC says I'm 5'10" and a half inch, and I'm at 190 pounds. I shrank 1 inch, only my height though. Ha! Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you said that. I mean, 190. I'm sure it's a lot of muscle. I saw you flexing in your video the other day. So, um, let's see. I'm gonna go to the actual list I made for tonight to see if there's anything I wanted to specifically talk about with you fine folks. Unless anybody else has anything else out there, if you want to shoot me a question or anything like that, put a 305 in that Jeep. I don't know. I think it might rip my little Jeep apart. It's a Jeep Patriot, not exactly the coolest Jeep ever. All right. Oh, one of the series I wanted to do coming up was about helpful apps. I'm just going to go over some now because why not? Um, but I know one of the ones that I wanted to tell everybody about because it's very helpful, and I discovered it through my fitness journey was something called All Trails. Basically, it's like a hiking app that you can find trails and routes, and it'll show you the distance. And I don't just mean like a straight line distance, it'll show you like with the elevation and curvature, and stuff like that. It'll show you how far the trail actually is, and it can show you linking trails. It can show you the time, the distance, the elevation changes. It'll give you reviews from people on what they thought of the trail. It'll give you insight on the trail, stuff like that. There is like a premium paid version that you can get, but just the regular free one, I use it all the time. And I really like it because not only does it show you just like trails that you can hike on, but a lot of stuff like in Harrisburg, we have something called the Green Belt, which is like a section of, I, I guess it would be a trail, but it's like a nature paved thing that goes through the city and some parks. It's pretty nice, and I go running there a lot, and it gives me elevation changes, lets me know if there's anything wrong with it. Like for instance, when we had the big snowstorm, uh, I saw um, people had said that there were sections of the trail that still had snow and ice, so I was able to avoid those. So, if that's something that interests you, or you like to go hiking, or you like to go for little nature walks, that might be something you want to look into. I'm going to go more over that in one of my videos, but yeah, just something to check out if you can or you want to, or you go hiking, anything like that. There's some other apps I'm going to go over. Like there's Google Maps. There's what is Onyx. That's like a hunting app. There's all sorts of stuff. But if there's anything specific anybody would like to see me talk about, also let me know. I don't live far from the Appalachian Trail. I can head up there and do some videos. I plan on doing that once once I get a little bit more time here, especially with me pretty much trying to go to the gym every day. That might be a nice little change of pace, going up into the mountains instead of going to the gym and fighting with the crowds there. So let's see. I know I was neglecting the chat a little bit, so let's see what we got. Medical Garden F Pier, that's awesome. Started 2 medical gardens last year. They're one of my old videos, I think. Southern Tier Prepper said. Hubby has that app, loves it, but you'll get 1 million emails a month from them. Yeah. Honestly, I ended up unsubscribing from the emails because, exactly like you said, it gets annoying. And all it's doing is saying about, getting the premium subscription. So tier, I just subscribed to your channel. That's XNYC. Okay, awesome, XNYC. Building an outdoor gym in the spring. Do they have rails to trails in your area converted old railroad beds? We do a lot of rucking on a slow jog. Yeah, actually, the county I grew up in, Lebanon County, they do have a rails to trails, and it's pretty neat. There was a lot less of it before, but now um, they added a few more sections. We actually had an old state route that goes through one of the places. A lot of my videos from the summertime were actually from then. I was doing runs and stuff at a state park, and it has an old section of a state route that goes through it. That's where I do a lot of my timed runs because a lot of it's flat. But coming up here, I actually plan on doing a few more videos out there once I figure out a good sort of chest strap to put my phone on, because I'm not just going to hold my phone and run. It's sort of a pain to do that. Oh, no worries, JS Badger. Welcome back. It's funny. The first thing I thought of when I saw your picture there was a video way back, probably early 2000s. It was a bunch of badgers with mushrooms. Sort of dumb, but that was the first thing I thought of. It's kind of funny. So yeah, anybody have anything for tonight? We're 44 minutes in. I'm not leaving just yet, but I just want to see if anybody has anything. I've been yapping away for 44 minutes. And I know sometimes I can get a little tiresome. The first Rails to Trails was started in your backyard, Bethel Park, PA, to Washington State. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. I wish I could run like you, though. I can't just yet. All I can do is lift weights and beat up the bag. I've seen you beating up the bag. That's good, though. And honestly, I'm not a fast runner. It started out, I could only run probably less than a quarter mile. I started running at the beginning of the summer. I couldn't run more than a quarter mile without stopping, and I was tired at the end of that quarter mile. Somebody gave me some really good advice, and it was keep the tempo of your feet going, but your speed should slow down. So instead of running like your feet will be going to the same beat, you're just not going forward as fast. And that honestly completely changed the way I ran. And I ran 2 miles straight the other day without stopping. Again, it wasn't fast, but I did it. Let me see. Does part of that trail go down through Maryland? The Appalachian Trail? Yes, it does. It goes from Georgia all the way up to Maine, and there's quite a few states. I think it goes through, I want to say 13 states, but maybe I'm just thinking that because of the original 13 colonies. But no, it's how long is it? Appalachian Trail is well over 2,000 miles. The center point of the Appalachian Trail is just south of me. It's near Gettysburg. It's parallel with Gettysburg. I know that because I was just looking it up the other day and I thought of going down there and doing a video. It would be too far for me to hike in one day from where I'm at, but maybe I could go to a close point and hike to it. It's pretty cool though. The trail in Glenberry, Maryland to Annapolis, Maryland. Okay, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I know that some of the states that it hits, the Appalachian Trail hits, Pennsylvania, obviously, Maine, Georgia. I know it goes through Maryland. It goes through New York. I'm pretty sure it quickly goes through New Jersey. Trying to think of what goes through West Virginia. I don't know if it goes through Tennessee or Kentucky. I know it goes through quite a few. I haven't hiked the entire Appalachian Trail. There's very few people. I don't want to say very few, but I think I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but I want to say less than 1,000 people do it every year, hike from one end to the other. Most people, I believe, hike from Georgia up to Maine because so basically they would start in March. Over the course of the summertime, you're hiking through a lot of these colder states, and then you end around August, September, October at the latest is when you reach Maine, and it's getting kind of cold up there, and you hike up Mountain Katahdin. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, it's a pretty steep and arduous climb up there. And a lot of people say that the hardest section is actually through Pennsylvania. Most people call the Pennsylvania section Rocksylvania because it is so rocky, which if you watch my summer video of me trying to hike up the one mountain we have here, uh, yeah, it's a fair testament because I almost twisted my ankle a couple times, and I have Timberland boots. Is that where Route 30 crosses the trail in the halfway point? That seems about right. I know Route 30 isn't too far from me. That seems about right. I don't know if that's not the exact halfway point at Route 30, but It's down south a little bit from me. Small section during our honeymoon in Tennessee. That would be a nice honeymoon. Hiking the Appalachian Trail. That would be something I would definitely be down with. But I already had my honeymoon, and yeah, I don't think she would be going hiking on the Appalachian Trail anytime soon. You actually hunted on the trail. Okay. There's some awesome videos here on YouTube from people who have hiked it. Yeah, yeah, there are some really cool videos of people that have hiked it. Um, I've hiked decent sections. I've hiked over 50-mile sections, but I've never done the whole thing. Um, and most of it was like with Boy Scouts back in the day. I hiked. Where did I hike from? I think like around Gettysburg to like Harper's Ferry. Uh, so I forget how long of a hike it was. It was like a weekend overnight kind of thing where we did a section of it. Um, but also here in Pennsylvania, I have a section that's right here in Harrisburg that if I really wanted to, I could get to the Appalachian Trail in 25 minutes or less. It's in the county that I live in right now. Excuse me. Rock is rough here. Your parents' city here in PA is Glen Rock. You know, I believe it was Glen Rock. I was doing a training with the Glen Rock Fire Department, and I'm pretty sure that that's what I'm thinking of. And the town, I believe their water supply is through like a water tower, and their fire hydrants have such high pressure that when we were opening the fire hydrant, the stem of the fire hydrant actually snapped, and we couldn't get it closed. I'm I'm pretty sure it was Glen Rock. Um, Finger Lake Trails. That's actually funny that you mentioned that because that's where my wife wants to go on our 1 year anniversary like excursion kind of thing. She said about the Finger Lakes. I was like, that's a weird name for a place, and she said that no, they call it that because there's so many. It looks like fingers from outer space. I was like, oh, so I checked it out. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I might be in your neck of the woods pretty soon. Gettysburg to Harper's Ferry is one of the more difficult sections of the Appalachian Trail. Well, I mean, I did it when I was under 18, probably 15, 16, maybe younger, because I was in Boy Scouts. It wasn't easy, but it was really fun. And really, that's what Scouts was all about for me. I know I always tell people about it, but I'm going to drive, maybe get to Ithaca. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, if we meet up, you're gonna get a sticker. I know anybody that meets me at the outdoor show coming up here, anybody that meets me or takes the time to come out to the show, you're gonna get a sticker. So yes, they have a nice fire department. Okay, I thought it was them. Yeah, they did have really cool training too. Um, I forget what we did out there. It was just something, some training that our fire department's hooked up to. But yeah, so we're at 52 minutes. Does anybody have anything? The next video, guys, that you're probably going to see is first of all either a recap of how the meeting went with my preparedness group that we're having our first meeting on Saturday before the outdoor show. After that, I'm going to try to do as much video as I can about the Great American Outdoor Show. I don't think that there should be any issue of me just pulling out my phone and recording stuff. I know the 1 year I was recording something and somebody got a little crappy about it, but I think we'll see what happens. If I can, I'm going to record video. I'm going to let you guys know about it, tell you how it was. And if you guys have any questions, there's literally a whole hall set up for firearms. There's a whole hall set up for fishing. There's a whole hall for bow and arrow. They have the competitions where the dogs jump off the dock into the water, stuff like that. So Southern Tier ordered Okay, you ordered some stickers, waiting on them to get to you. Well, hey, if you want to do a sticker for sticker, shoot me an email. Let me know. My email's in my about me and stuff like that. So shoot me an email, and I'll do a sticker for sure. Um, so let's see. Yeah, does anybody have anything before I go today? If there's anything that you specifically want me to check out at the show, one of the things I want to do there is see. So the NRA is a big part of the Great American Outdoor Show, and they are hosting Zach Zwires, Matt Zwires. So basically, a country singer, and he's like the entertainment for the NRA concert. So I'm gonna check that out hopefully, and let you guys know how it was as well. Um, ooh, excuse me, it's cold down here. Depending on how things go this year, and depending on how big my channel gets, depending on what happens with the job I applied for, um, if I can next year, I'd like to maybe apply for a press pass, go in, do interviews, stuff like that, because it's so huge. Why wouldn't I? So let me know. Let me make it down for the motorcycle swap. Meet down there sometime. Motorcycle swap here in Harrisburg or just in PA? Yeah, like I said, shoot me an email. We can figure out swapping stickers. It shouldn't be too expensive. It's probably the same postage it would be for a letter. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay prepped. Devil Dog Prepper. You as well, sir. Still got 56, so about 4 minutes. Anybody has anything? Shoot any questions you got out. Um, Another thing I thought about doing is review. I have an MRE. I'd really like to wait until I have a really good workout. Let me see. Tomorrow's my distance run, so depending on how that goes, I might do a review of the Penny Prepper at Outlook.com. Yep. Um, but yeah, I might do a review of one of the MREs I have. I want to do it on a day where I use a lot of calories because the MRE has a lot of calories in it. So, and they have the outdoor show. They have a big swap meet there. Okay, I didn't know that. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I honestly had no idea that they had that. I know that we have gun shows a lot at the farm show complex, which is great because I go to almost all of them. So if anybody out there, if anybody comes to Pennsylvania or Harrisburg specifically for anything, and you want to meet up, shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to meet with anybody as long as I'm not working, which unfortunately I work a lot and I work a lot of weird hours. But I'm also always open to emails. I have quite a few email addresses, but the Penny Prepper one is one that I check like a hawk now because that's what everybody should be using. But yeah, got 2 minutes. Anybody have anything? Any questions? Anything you guys want me to try to check out at the outdoor show? I know there's so many gun vendors. There's so many bow vendors, fishing vendors. There's a whole hall. I keep saying that. It sounds weird. A hall that is completely set up for like hunting and wildlife excursions, stuff like that. That would be something that would definitely interest a lot of people. Um, but they're from all over the world, all over the state, all over the country. So if there's anything specific you all would like to see, or see if they have, let me know and I'll try to check it out. I'll try to grab brochures and I can even send you all the links, whatever I find. Yeah, hopefully that'd be great. XMYC, if I meet you, you'll be getting some stickers, and I'll definitely it definitely be really cool to meet you. Um, I will be at the show all day on Saturday, pretty much, with the exception of maybe going home to eat something and then go to the concert because I believe the concert starts at like 6 p.m. So I'd like to head home, grab something to eat, and then go out there. Uh, Body armor, we can't buy it in New York anymore. Yeah, I mean, they don't. I don't think that they're gonna have body armor at the outdoor show, but they do. There's vendors at the gun shows we have here that do sell body armor. Um, some of the body armor that they sell is not licensed, like it's not NIJ certified, I should say. Um, so it's cheaper, but you don't really want to risk it with something like that. There's a really good website I refer anybody to because it's NIJ certified and it has warranties, stuff like that. And they actually have really good sizing guides and stuff like that. It's lapolicegear.com. I got my plates from there. I got level 4 plates, and they were not ridiculously expensive. I got them during Black Friday, so I paid like $99 for somebody my size worth of plates. One for the front, one for the back. They're curved, and they're ceramic, so they're coated. You know, you don't have to worry about ricochet or spalling. Um, Multiple use items are things I would like to see. Okay, I can definitely keep an eye out for that. Backpacking, spinning. Um, Let me see. You don't like the cardboard pizza. Cardboard pizza. um, that's an item that cheaper is not exactly better. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Um, yeah, the reason that I got mine, I don't want to say cheap, I got them at a reduced rate is because it was Black Friday. I had a coupon. Um, it was something that they already had. It wasn't that they were getting rid of those ones, but they had gotten something else. I forget what it was. I think it's either you can get like steel plates with ceramic, blah 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 blah, or you get no, not ceramic. You get steel with rubberized coating, and they have like all these extras, or you get the ceramics and this, that, and the other. And they were really trying to push ceramics at the time. I guess for some reason, a lot of people weren't buying ceramics at this specific time when I bought them. I think it's probably because they only like they have a 5 year shelf life or something. But yeah, I got two plates, $99 each. Hopefully the wife doesn't see that because I told her I got them cheaper. But I always see the vendor that has the cardboard pizza at these shows. Yuck. What do you mean, like they're selling cardboard pizza, like a crappy pizza that tastes like cardboard? Because I gotta say, the farm show they always sell food. They have their own vendors, and some of that food's actually pretty good. Like the chicken tenders are pretty well done. Again, it's expensive. That's why I'd rather eat at home. But oh, it's been an hour and I still got 8 people hanging around. I'm surprised. Um, but yeah, so if I see any multi-use tools, backpack, spinning and fly rods, I'll check out. Yeah, for sure. Which backpacking, I think that they're definitely going to have that. And then spinning and fly rods, they have a whole fishing area, so I'm sure I can find that there. Um, as far as camping and stuff, I know that they had some stuff. I know, what is it? Sportsman Guide. I think that's who endorses Kentucky Ballistics. I think that they're going to be there, as well as Sportsman's Warehouse, which is a local store. I think that they're going to be there. Cabela's, a lot of outdoor companies are going to be there. So, okay. You did mean that they have crappy pizza. Well, I mean, I haven't really had the pizza. It's too expensive. But chicken tenders, I'm a sucker for chicken tenders when I'm real hungry. That and the French fries. But Yeah, I really would like to sign up for Sportsman's Guide because they have a ton of stuff. One of the things I would love to get my hands on is the military extreme cold weather uh what is it? Combat system? Extreme cold weather CS something system. Should be extreme cold weather. Combat system? That would make sense. But man, they got some warm stuff. I have a fleece face mask that uh, they use. That thing's great, especially running. The fleece beanies, I love them. The gloves, but they have like the warmest jacket you can get. I want to get one of those like crazy, but they're expensive. That and the pants. Opening an archery range on your property this year, and I need to buy a whole bunch of targets. Well, I mean, honestly, one of the things you can do is maybe get some. I know this is going to sound sort of silly, but uh, maybe talk with a local pizza shop. I know this is going to sound silly, I know, but I saw a thing where in Alaska, some of the pizza shops they actually put bullseyes on the bottom of their pizza boxes so people can take them and use them as targets. And maybe what you can do is be like, hey, can I, work with you, buy some space on the bottom of your thing? It's first of all a good advertisement, and also people can take it and shoot it or bring it to the range that you're gonna have set up, and maybe they can get like a 10% discount if they bring their own target or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, that would save me a lot of money, especially because my wife, that's her favorite food is pizza and tacos, like black bean tacos. She doesn't like the meat part, but yeah. XNYC. That reminds me. So with I don't know if anybody else is interested in the whole fitness challenge that XNYC is doing, but if anybody does run, or even if you just want to get out for a WALK, there's this really cool app called Strava, Strava. Um, Also, my Fitness Pal, that's great for tracking your weight and your food. And then there's Map My Run. That's also a great app, sort of like Strava. It tracks like your distance, stuff like that. If you're interested, I'm on those apps. You can watch my progress as far as me running and stuff. But it's really cool to. It's a good community on there as well. Opening up an outdoor grill and brick oven pizza. That would be perfect. That would go right in line with the other thing. You could, when you deliver the brick oven pizza, you could have it in your own box with a target on. Your saying could even be, uh, uh, the taste is right on target or something. Now, I'll tell you what, if there was a place around me that served like grilled food and brick oven pizzas and they had an archery range, I don't think I'd ever leave. All they'd have to do is serve beer and I'd be there. Um, Cold weather system. Okay, it's 2 sleeping bags, one fits. And the other one, there's a weather cover for it as well. It's not worth the price. I actually got yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have the same exact backpack. I mean not backpack. The same sleep system. I'm talking about the like what you wear. So basically it starts with level 1 all the way through 7, and it's like the very bottom layer is your like not boxers, but what will go above that. So like I don't know how to describe it. It's like long johns basically, but military version. So it's not like a waffle pattern. It looks more like Under Armour, or if you've ever seen the Marine Corps, they have that coyote colored. Basically, it's layers, and it goes all the way from your base layer to like your outer layers, jackets, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, if you look it up, it's ECWCS. and if you just type in military after that, it'll pull it up. It's pretty cool. And one of the jackets is like designed for you to be in like Siberia, like standing at a gate or something. Like it's crazy. And I would love to get my hands on that jacket because I hate the cold. It's like when I was in high school, I used to wear basketball shorts in the wintertime. I can't do that now. I just, like down here in my basement, it's probably like in the 60s and I'm like shivering. Let's see. You can friend people on that app and run together as a group. On the Strava or Map My Fitness? Because I have both, but honestly, I use Strava a lot because, well, I have a Garmin watch, first of all. So all I do is hit that I'm doing an activity. And when I'm done, it links up to both the apps and it shows me my results. And some of the apps talk to each other, so it gives me a good idea. The way I see it as far as my fitness goes, there's no such thing as too much information. Um, if it tells me I should have a bowel movement in an hour, great. I want to know that kind of stuff. Anything with my fitness, I want to know. So, like, there's one that tracks your macros, like your macronutrients, which is great. When the other one might not, but it might tell you how many calories you burned walking to the mailbox. Great, I want to know that because that all adds in together and it gives me a good idea of my physical fitness. Um, but yeah. All right. Well, we're at an hour and 11 minutes. See, this is what happens. You find folks start talking about stuff. I know how vision feels now. You guys started talking about stuff, and I go on a little rant. But yeah, if you guys have anything you guys want me to check out, if you want me to, if you guys are in a preparedness group and have any ideas for me to talk with this group, please let me know because I'm going in blind. I've never never hosted a group like this before, and I don't want to say that I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm about to meet a bunch of people I've never met before, and I'm sort of like the leader ish in a way. Right, me too. I hate the cold. I've been known to wear hoodies in the summer, but it's Ohio, so the weather is bipolar. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I said in here before the reason that I am a little more susceptible to the cold. I know I said it before. I think it was a night that, like, it was near the end of the stream. There was like one or two people in here, but yeah, I got burnt in a fire on a training exercise in a basement, and I basically ever since then I can't really regulate my temperature as well. But yeah, that definitely screwed me up, and I get cold so easy. I hate it. People are less likely to exercise if they have to do it alone, so it makes it a group thing, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I'm really lucky because, well, not necessarily lucky, but I have somebody that I work with that is pushing me to, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was scary, but I was young at the time. I didn't even think about it. Um, Patrol duties, make sure you both have the same caliber weapons. That's fair. Um, yeah, then you guys can use each other's stuff. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed. I'm gonna try to take as much video as I can there. As far as the videos of the Appalachian Trail, if there's anything you guys want to see and stuff like that, let me know. Ohio ain't that far. I drove Division Bug out last year in my pickup. Took me 11 hours. Phew. You don't speed. Better man than me, XNYC, because I speed all the time. Not to excess, but I speed. Um, got places to be. But yeah, so there's 8 of you guys in here. Thank you all for sticking around so far. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate you all for coming in, sticking around, listening to me blab about nothing for an hour and 15 minutes, basically. Yeah, and that's another thing. I keep seeing and hearing people talking about the bug out weekend. I checked, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go this year. I didn't make it last year because of my work. And again, the same issue this year. I'm going to be running into conflicts with my work schedule. So um, keep an eye out for any more videos I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to post shorts as well, because I know that's something that apparently is very popular here on the YouTubes, because I see other people doing it. It's good for their channel. Um, I know I was doing a lot of me running, but trust me, you guys do not want to hear me running. I sound like a pug with a sinus infection. It's awful. So I'll stick with the hyperlapses. So if anybody has anything else, let me know. Shoot me an email, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you all very much for sticking around. Stay safe, stay prepared. I'll see you all next time.